Just wanted to share a little trick with you. Closing up a zip when you're putting together a whole bunch of zips. You know, you can buy them in one piece, and that's probably the cheapest way to get a zip. You know the length, so you go and buy in this case, 600mm long zip. But you never really know how many zips you will need of that length, so the normal way of doing it is to make up your own. So when you're making up a zip, you've got an open end and you've got a closed end. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a bit of the tonneau cover material on one end to create a stopper. On the other end, I'm using a bit of webbing. It's just a little tougher, so it won't fail. But when you put these zips together, you'll end up with the zip open like this. But when you want to stitch it into your job, you want the thing to be closed. But you've already put the ends on, so you can't, like, you slide this right up to the end. You see how they're hanging out like that? It just makes it more difficult to stitch into the job. So what you can do, put this in the middle, and I've taken a slider, you can see here, and it's got a top and a bottom, and that just slides and lives on the zip. So what I've done is I've cut one of them, so I've just got the top bit only. So then all you need to do to close this zip up is have it on a flat surface. Come down this end, get your zip. All you're really wanting to do is just get a couple of teeth engaged. Make sure you've got them correctly engaged. Just open one up. Engage the zip. And this is if you've forgotten to put a second slider on. So when you do this, you could, before you stitch the other pieces on the end here, is have a second slider and or sort of keep this in one bit. But invariably I should say, you'll end up needing to close the zip up like this. So all you do is you get your half piece, you sit it neatly on top of the zip. We've just closed those teeth up, and there it goes. So the zip's now closed. I can slide that up into the middle, and I can put my tape on to hold it in position while it's being sewn, and then once I get down to a point, I'll then just slide this zip up a little further and then continue through the job. So with that little trick, I've only just thought of that now. So it's a pretty easy way of doing it. That normally you sit there and you're trying to get the damn teeth engaged, and to do that across a long zip is just crazy. So that's a simple little trick. Closing a zip with a half slider. There you go.